No matter your age, your plan for retirement can start today. From the News Channel 5 Network, this is the Retirement Report.
Good morning. Welcome to the Retirement Report. I'm Hank Parrott, your host. Happy Valentine's Day. We're going to have the show today. In fact, it's going to be about marriage and money, if you will, or about basically two different ways of approaching it. One, marriage and money. We're going to talk about couples as you're approaching retirement or maybe in retirement. One of the issues that comes up are financial issues, of course. In fact, top 10 reasons why marriages fail. Number one, financial problems. And a lot of that can also have to do with communication when it comes to planning for retirement. There's going to be a lot of changes in your life when it comes time to retire. Financially being prepared, of course, is one of the things we talk about each and every week. But there are other factors that come into play too, and a lot of times as I'm handling the financial matters with couples, sometimes some disagreements come up, if you will, or some surprises as to what their views are, and it's a good opportunity for them to have some conversations and discussions and get on the same page, because that's the other part. You want to be on the same page with your partner when it comes to preparing for retirement, as well as what you're going to do in retirement and how those monies are going to be handled. And the other part of this is the difference between men and women in general. Sometimes I find when I'm dealing with men, they have a different approach sometimes in terms of what they think in terms of retirement, in terms of how they're going to deal with their money. The logic part that sometimes comes in there, the way that they think in terms of how they should invest can sometimes differ dramatically from their spouse. Women think of things a bit differently as well. Security is of course important for anyone, but if you take all the values that they share, it's not that their values are necessarily different, it's just that the prioritizing of those, what comes first and last, may be a little different, the sequence, if you will. So one of the things, have you ever had a fight about money? Have you ever, maybe had a disagreement about what kind of car to buy or how much to spend on that car, where to go on vacation, how much to spend there maybe, or the house? And when it comes to retirement, where are you going to live? Are you going to stay in your current home? Are you going to maybe move? I have clients that want to move maybe closer to where their grandchildren are. Now that the job, they're not tied to the area for that can have a factor. Depending on friends and family and other aspects of how they happen to be where they're at. Are they going to move, or are they going to stay, or they maybe even going to just travel more and go see the family that way? These are all things that you want to be on the same page with, and this also comes into the financial planning aspect. Do you want to have enough money, for instance? I had some folks that come in and say, it'd be great to travel. Well, for one, they may be envisioning travel. They both want to travel. They both want to see places. One's envisioning travel as, I'm going to go to these different places, and we're going to get to see these great things. We're going to experience this, all the joys of travel and stay in a nice hotel maybe. That's their vision. Others, it's, I'm going to travel and I'm going to just go, hang out with family or friends that I know from around the country and do it that way. Maybe they want to travel internationally. You want to be on the same page that you're both envisioning the same. One may be wanting to just get in an RV and go driving. Another might that's not the idea I had for travel. So again, these are the times, having the conversations, having discussions, coming up with whatever compromises works for both parties is real important. Again, as I said, number one reason is financial problems. This also goes with fighting over money, disagreeing about how that money is going to be spent. But here's another part. All of a sudden you're retired, you're not working, your whole lifestyle is really getting ready to change. That big part of your day is now going to go missing, and you're going to have more time to spend with your significant other maybe. How's that going to look? Are you going to feel like this was a good thing? Sometimes when you're around each other more, you find things that you don't like as much, or that can be annoying, or that can create discord in your marriage. So one of the things there, again, is to have a plan about that, is to be thinking about it. And some people worry, well, I don't know if I want to be around all the time. And having, one of the things I remember talking to a client recently, And one of the things she said is, I want to have, one of the nice things about working or having other activities apart from each other is that it makes it more interesting when we're together. More things to talk about. It makes it, more things we bring and get to share with each other. So it enriches their life. So there's a lot of things that go into retirement. Now, of course, the money is one of the things that we start out with, but as I get into planning with people, a lot of times the lifestyle issues, again, our first goal is maintaining or attaining and then maintaining the lifestyle we desire, all right, in retirement. So initially we have a lifestyle that we're used to, that we're pretty comfortable with. When we retire, we maybe want to add some things, as I mentioned, travel or different activities now that we're going to have more time. Getting on the same page that makes sure we're both wanting to do the same things is real important, and having that conversation. When I sit down with couples and we do this, in our analysis, we find that that's where a lot of times these kind of disagreements or just misunderstandings come up, and they get them an opportunity to talk about it, say, I never thought of it that way, and we'll come up with a plan that accommodates everyone. All right. Another has to do with spending habits. Sometimes we'll have couples that come in, and one is like, they want to go out and have some fun, enjoy life while we can, and the other just doesn't want to let go of anything. They've gotten so into this habit of save, that it's hard for them to loosen up a little bit. And now that they've got the time and they have saved and they've done well, to be able to go out and enjoy that. The money that they've saved up for it, to go out and now enjoy it and do things with their spouse. So these are all things we're going to talk about this morning, and you're welcome to join us if you'd like to. Any questions or comments, there's the number on your screen, 737 plus 737 7587. One of the things we're going to do today is, when it comes to preparing for retirement, one of the biggest things, if you're looking to maintain your lifestyle, and if you're looking to add in some fun money to do the neat things that you want to be able to do, again, comes with planning. And one of the things there that we see most often is when folks come in, they've been real good about saving maybe, and they've maybe accumulated money, but transitioning now over to when they're going to start needing to draw money out. And I think the statistic is something like 75%, in fact, of people when they retire intend to take money out of a retirement plan, a 401k or IRA, as a means to support themselves. So making sure when you're building up for retirement that you've put plenty of money away to take advantage of that, have those resources there to supplement your income, is so important. I've gone over how to do this, how to set up the basic financial plan. Again, you can get it through my book, 7 Steps to Financial Freedom in Retirement. What we're going to do is we're going to make available today, for the first 10 callers that call my office, you'll be able to get a free book. And with that free book, we're also going to do an analysis for you. So this is going to be marriage for couples, men and women come together. We're going to offer you up a free retirement analysis with the book, and it'll go through the 7 steps with you. All you got to do is call the office, 376-5325. Tell them you'd like to get the Valentine's Day special, all right? And we'll send you out a free book and schedule you some time to where you can come in and have an analysis done for your retirement. And one of the things that's going to come in there, we're going to show you how to set up the basics that you may have already in place. I would think, if you're at or near retirement, you're already thinking in terms of how much money I need to have in a bank, how much I need for an emergency fund, what my short-term expenses are going to be. So we line that up, then we talk about how you're investing. And this is one of the places that I see people struggle with, is they know now that, in particular when we look at the markets today and the volatility we've seen this year with the ups and downs, the concerns are, am I investing correctly to be able to, now that I'm going to start taking money out, still not have to worry about running out of money. I have folks come in sometimes and they're right on the edge. I mean, they've saved enough that if they do just the right things, if we get it set up correctly and we employ the right strategies, they'll be fine. But one misstep, and all of a sudden they've got a problem. They're going to either have to shrink their lifestyle, they're not going to have as much money to live on, or they're going to risk running out of money later in life. So these are things we, of course, want to avoid, and so we want to get into those strategies we help people with, and I'm going to talk to you about some of those strategies and how it can work for a couple, how you can get on the same page, how to have peace and harmony in the life, in the home during your retirement years as well. So join us here because we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back on the Retirement Report.